Greetings, everybody. Welcome. It is week 3, and we are going to take a quick look at what's going on this week. I apologize for posting this as late as I am. Typically like to get these out first thing in the morning, but this morning just got away from me. But anyway, we'll muddle through. All right, so I'm going to open the course, and I'm gonna go first to the syllabus. I don't know why I've already turned this on because I can't use both at the same time, but let me turn off the student view for a moment and go into the Concourse syllabus tool. I always just like to get kind of oriented in terms of where we are. We are in the second and final week of Module 2, which is the African origins and slavery era readings. So this week, the main thing that is due is your reading / activity response number 1. Now, many of you have already started turning this in, and that's absolutely wonderful. I am all for it. Most of you, I would have to double check, but I think most of you did complete the quiz on time. If you didn't, you can still earn some points for it, but there will be a deduction because quizzes need to be done when they're due. But anyway, there was a quiz last week along with the reading activity, and that is kind of the pattern that we follow with these modules. So starting next week, we'll be moving into a new era of readings and videos. This week, there's nothing new. You already have seen it. You may not have read it all yet because you really can spread out the reading a little bit more than you need to, or than you want to. But as long as you have everything in that module's learning materials done by the end of week 2, or in some cases, even week 3, you'll be fine. So let's take a look at this week in the course. You do have, it says right here, you've got the reading activity response 1. You'll notice it should be in your to-do list, and it is due on this coming Sunday. But let's go back to the module and take a look at it so that you remember where everything is. So the outcomes, probably you don't need to necessarily look at those the second week. We can go straight to the resources and assignments. There were some problems with some of the links, including the video lecture, but that has been fixed. So everything should be where it needs to be, including the links to the patent book. It is available as a free ebook in the library. And I think this might be outdated. I think you guys have created now your own single sign-on. So your password for the library, I think, is the same as your password for everything else, for your email, for your Canvas, all that stuff. But if you do have any problems with library in general or specifically with this particular book, do feel free to reach out to the library. They are on campus and live Monday through Thursday. I don't think they have Friday hours right now because the college is closed throughout the summer on Fridays. But if you email a librarian, they will get back to you, even if it's not during normal hours. So we had some poetry by Phyllis Wheatley. We had some early chapters of Olaudah Equiano's slave narrative, Sojourner Truth's famous speech, Ain't I a Woman, and some readings from Harriet Jacobs' Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl and the Narrative Life of Frederick Douglass. So Equiano, Jacobs, and Douglass are all traditional slave narratives, and I talk about that in the video, and then of course poems by Wheatley and a speech by Sojourner Truth. There are some articles and readings on music in the next section from PBS mostly, and there's video about slavery to watch as well. So reading quiz 1 should already be done. This is what you're going to be working on this week. Now, this is your first one, so I want to talk a little bit about what you would want to do with these. It is posted on a discussion board, so we can see Yusuf's right here. You're going to choose 3 readings from the module, and you're going to write at least 5 paragraphs. So an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, 1 on each of the readings, and a conclusion, discussing what you found important or interesting in these selections. You do not have to do any outside research, but I do want you to practice good documentation skills. So if you need to go back and review the MLA materials in Unit 1, you certainly can. But do try to document the readings. There's not going to be huge points off unless we're in a formal paper, but I do want to see you do your best. So in-text citations as well as a works cited list. Now, the works cited list obviously is not going to be necessarily formatted the same way it would in a formal paper, but you can put the right information there. That would be great. All right, so you're going to post that. Each of these is worth 33 points over the course. I know that's a weird amount, but over the course, it just came out to be the right amount. Advanced math by an English teacher, is always a little bit interesting. But so that is your main thing that you're going to do this week. If I were you, I would write it in Microsoft Word and save it so that if you decide to use one or more of those sources later in your research papers, you have all of that saved. Sometimes when we write things and they are posted on the discussion board, we tend to just write them right there on the screen, and that's great. I mean, you can always come back into the screen and copy and paste it, but I think you'll be happier with yourself if you create it in Word and then copy and paste it into the discussion board. Please do not attach it as a document to the discussion board. I don't really care, but it makes it harder for your classmates to read. So just, do it that way. It's fine. And you'll be doing one of these for each of the upcoming units or modules. So you'll get better and better at them as you go. If you have any questions about them or problems or need help getting them set up or anything, let me know. And I will help you out as much as possible. But you're going to be doing several of these. So this will be kind of the trial run. All right. So I hope everyone is having a good week. I'm still going to post a video next Monday, even though it's Memorial Day. The school is closed, but of course in online classes, Monday is really just the first day of the week. So I'm still going to have that video up next Monday. So I will see you then if I do not talk to you before then. I hope everyone has a great week and a great Memorial Day weekend.